Geordie Paul here, welcome back to Magpie Movies. I want to try and do this video all in one take. Fingers crossed. Yes, so in preparation for the new Spider-Man movie that comes out week after next, was it next week? No, it is the week after next, yes. I thought I want to go back and revisit some movies. So, over the past few nights, I shall show you. Get it right. So I have revisited Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man in both the 4K and the 3D. And I also revisited The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 4K and 3D. So first of all, let's discuss The Amazing Spider-Man. Now we all know we had Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. First one's good, which is my favourite of all of the Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 2 gets a lot of praise, rightly so, and then Spider-Man 3, which I don't think that's bad. If you take out the dancing routine with him going down the street, I don't think that's a bad movie at all. So, I thought I'm going to go. I haven't seen the Andrew Garfield ones in a long time. I mean, the Tobey Maguire ones I used to just constantly watch. I mean, the first one, as I said, is my favourite one of all the Spider-Man movies. I remember when Blockbuster was still open, the DVD came out, rental, and they sold like one of the DVD rental copies, which is a little bit more expensive on X-Rental. And I bought that, and I've had that, and I used to watch it over and over again, which is why I haven't really revisited those three, because I've seen them to death, to be honest. But I will try and get into them now, finish these. So first of all, let's talk about The Amazing Spider-Man. So I've had this and the second one on 4K for a while. I got them in a deal. I've never really watched them on 4K. I've always watched them on 3D or Blu-ray. I'll be honest with you, watching this in the 4K, it seemed quite a dark picture. And there's parts in it when it's going through the newspapers with Spider-Man's name coming up on it. And I thought, when it gets like black and white, it's a little bit, I don't know, pixelated. It just looks a bit, it just didn't look right. So then I switched and I put on the 3D version. Now, the 3D version is obviously filmed in 3D, not upscaled or changed to 3D after being made. It was made in 3D. So certain scenes of this are all right, but there's nothing wrong with the Blu-ray, or the 3D Blu-ray. But as a collector, I had to get it in 4K. So yes, let's talk about the movie then. So in this we have Rhys Ifans as Dr. Kirk Connors, who turns into the Lizard. We've got Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, Martin Sheen as Uncle Ben, and Sally Fields as Aunt May. This is another revamp and a restart of how he gets bitten, how he transforms into Spider-Man, another origin story as opposed to a continuation of a story from the Sam Raimi ones. And very much case, Sony wanted to kind of reboot this when it came out. It's on for 2 hours, 16 minutes. I enjoyed it. I'll be honest with you. I really enjoy these movies. I think, to be honest, I enjoy all the Spider-Man movies. But yeah, it was nice to see Kirk Connors in here as the Lizard, because you don't really see him as a character, because in the previous movies we've had the Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman, Hobgoblin, and Venom. So to see a different kind of character, Kirk Connors, is nice. And obviously the end of this one has a post-credit scene with this guy with a hat called, I think, Mr. Fierce, or Mr. Fierce, goes to speak to Kirk Connors once he's in jail, or he's in the mental institute, about going to go after Spider-Man, and it kind of leaves it. So there is no one at the end of the credits, but there's that one. And after I watched that the other night, I put on Spider-Man 2 in 4K. The 4K picture in this is much better than the first one. It's much more detailed, it's crisper. This is a much better image of a 4K picture than on not that one, than on this one. So this one is a better picture than that one, but obviously this one came out, I think this one came out as a 4K after. I'm not too sure the release dates of the 4Ks, but this one is cheap as chips for some reason. This isn't. Of course, this is what I had originally, without hitting myself in the face, and then obviously I upgraded. 3D on this is great. 3D on the other one is great as well. I'm a big advocate of 3D. I know it's not everybody's domain, and for everybody's liking. But I do like 3D. If a 3D film comes out, I have to get it. Because I've got 3D TV that works, so I may as well take advantage of it. Yeah, so watch this one last night. So as we know, in the second one, there's a little bit more of a story between Gwen and Spider-Man, or Peter Parker. We have Jamie Foxx's Electro. We also have the actor's name slips my mind, who comes in as the Green Goblin at the end. But there's a lot of kind of, I think people were negative towards the second one because there's too much characters in there and not too much focus, although Gwen Stacy and Spider-Man or Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield do shine in it again. Jamie Foxx is alright as Electro, but when he's playing Matt Dillon before he turns into Electro, and then there's the whole thing about Norman Osborn dying, and then Harry Osborn coming in, taking over the company, and then the background to that where the company wants to oust him out. You know, there's a lot of subplots going in, and again, get to the end of this, and again, Sony were going to lead into like Spider-Man 3, which is going to be directed by the same director, which is Mark Webb, and Andrew Garfield was going to return for part 3. Part 4 was in the pipeline as well, but now the director or lead role of Andrew Garfield wanted to come in back to that one. They were going to do a spin-off of the Sinister Six. They were going to make Felicity Jones's character from Amazing Spider-Man 2, who plays Harry Osborn's receptionist, or their new go-to person, because he promotes a position, into the Black Cat. There was a lot of ideas going on there, but as we all know, they wanted to kind of change it from, because Marvel were doing their own cinematic universe, so Sony wanted to kind of do the same with the Spider-Man franchise, but then obviously lost out, and then Spider-Man went to Disney, and obviously we've got Tom Holland now. But yes, so as I said, I revisited them both in the past 2 days. I thoroughly enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed both, yes, both the first one and the second one. I would put them probably Amazing Spider-Man 1 just a bit higher, because I really like the lizard character played by Reese Ifans. But yeah, Spider-Man 2, after watching that, because there's a lot of dislike towards the second Spider-Man movie, but I don't think after watching this warranted. If somebody goes back and revisits it, it's not that bad a movie. It's not bad at all, and you can see that they're wanting to, from what I said earlier, expand into an extended universe for it. It just obviously didn't work because, well, Disney have them now. But yeah, I just thought I'd do like a retro review. Not really retro because they're recent, but a kind of revisit review of Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. But yeah, I still thoroughly like them. Still thoroughly enjoy them. It's hard to split them apart really as to which one I prefer. Maybe if it's just a bit the first one. But yeah, both good movies, both enjoyable. I'm going to try and revisit before I'm going to go and see No Way Home, the first 3 Tobey Maguire ones. I haven't tested them on 4K, see what they're like. But yeah, but from a 4K aspect, the second one's better than the first. There was just certain scenes in the first one, and it was a darker picture than normal. I don't know why, even when I had my HDR Plus up on my Samsung telly, it didn't kind of brighten up enough. But yeah, so there you go. That is my revisit to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movies. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if I bored you with all the loads of crap I was probably talking. Hopefully I'll come back and do a revisit of the first 3. We'll go from there. So thanks very much for watching. This is Jody Paul here, signing off from another video as the last surviving member of Magpie Movies, and I'll see you all on my next video. I've done this in one take. I'm very happy with myself. Pat in the back. See you soon. Bye for now.